Anyway, so yesterday we were talking on the phone, and we're like, man, what do we like? We got this chance. What do we talk about? Because, man, this could go a lot of different ways. This isn't okay, do we have something to talk about? This is like, out of everything to talk about, what do we talk about? And you're like, well, I don't know. Corn's got a 3 on the front of it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember the other one, what? I had an idea. I don't remember.
Well, we talked about that a little bit, and then I said, at these points of time, I mean, yes, my job's an agronomist, right?
Right.
My goal is to try to help you raise the best crop possible.
Yeah.
But we know it's about ROI too. And,
has to be.
And trying to find these pushes and trying to find where is that dollar best spent? Mm-hmm. Can we make things more efficient? Like fungicide.
Sure.
Okay. You can spend $20 an acre very quick on a fungicide based on what products, right? You can spend $5. I mean, in the insecticide world, you can spend anywhere between $2.50 to $10. And difference is a little tweak in the active ingredient. Mm-hmm. Where's that dollar best spent? And like right now I talk to a lot of guys and think to myself, like a generic Quilt XL, I know other agronomists out there are going to say it's overused, and I understand that. But if there's one year that I probably don't worry about that part as much, is probably when corn has a 3 in front of it again.
Cheap corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we're sitting there and we have a little bit more of margins to play with, maybe those are times to experiment, or maybe not experiment, but stuff that's even been proven. I mean, Veltima is a great product.
Okay.
Not going to lie. Love it.
Okay.
But on the same token, local price, $22 an acre through an airplane, I think. Don't quote me on that. I mean, I don't call around. But I just think to myself, okay, now that is 5 bushels, 6-7 bushels with application.
Yep.
Is that worth it? I have no disease pressure.
Right.
I don't have any insects.
Right.
There's been in years past, it's like corn was at a price, insecticide's $2. I only have to make sure a bug doesn't eat a half a bushel an acre, and I'm fine.
Absolutely.
It pays for it.
Yeah. Well, and start equating our decisions because, man, when corn is $6-7, it doesn't take much for me
Let's
to make an
when
application.
There's a 5.
5, sure. 5, 4, dude.
450.
Yeah, 4. Man, yeah. It used to be okay. Let's walk our way up the ladder here.
Yeah.
Heathman's a great example. He and I were always talking back and forth, and last time corn was 280, 320, 350. We're like, gosh, man, if corn would just hit $4, and if wheat would just hit 5, and if beans would hit 12, we blew past that, almost doubled it.
Yep.
Well, actually, in some cases, wheat blew past double.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, how do we react in these times? It's cheaper to learn in those times. And that's what we really focused on was, okay, hey, now that we've got some more flex in the budget, we've got, we're making good money. When wheat was high, when our crops are high, income's great. Okay. And so what are you going to do during the high times? Now we're in low times. What are you going to do at the high times so that when you go to have the low times, you know what to do?
Mm-hmm.
And so, hey, we found out that, melted urea and this and some kelp and things like that at tassel, right before tassel, really seemed to really stretch our crop and do well, have a great boost.
Yep.
Kind of like, oh, what about fungicide in beans? Or what about this? What's the threshold here? Looking at purely bushels gained, and it's very important to look at dollars gained, but also look at bushels because if you get a 4-bushel bump average in $7 corn and a 5-bushel gain in $3 corn, you got the bushels, but how does that equate to dollars?
Yep.
So, it's guys and since you're ripping Band-Aids off,
sure.
we are all sold stuff on bushel return, not dollar return. Or in dollar return, I have seen literature printed where in the very, very fine print in the bottom, it says paste off is $6 corn.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny, tiny print at the bottom. They got to put it in there. And, and so this is a 6.7 bushel an acre return on average. Okay. Or excuse me, dollars per acre or bushel per acre. But it's, a $24 return. And okay, that's fine. But how does that equate in this market value of $3 corn, whatever it might be?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something to, I don't know, guys need to focus heavily when times are good. Like, hey man, this is a great opportunity where you've got extra cash flow to do more personal. Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content.